What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on? So we are back for another episode review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 10, episode 13, Livin La Villa Loca. So the girls are preparing to go to Barcelona. We see them get on the plane. We already know King is not going. We know that Kim is not going. So as the girls get off the plane and, they in the car, everybody's having a good time. Cynthia has this list about, everything that she want everybody to do. And this was to break up the whole shit that was going on when I think either Candy or somebody was like, so why what Kenya and Kim at? They didn't realize that, Kenya and Kim is not coming. And Nene takes it upon herself to just go and throw all the types of shade at Kim. And I was like, for once, just sitting here like, bitch, go ahead and do it, because to be quite honest, every time this is what happened. She said, this is the person that always gotta have Croy at the hip with her. That's why she did not come, because Croy couldn't come on the all girls trip. To be quite honest, her excuse didn't make sense to me. Yeah, I understand you supposedly had this stroke or whatever, and your husband would supposedly know what to do if you were in a bad situation. But like I said last week, if your good girlfriend Sheree is there or whoever, you could at least brought you know what? To be quite honest, if she wanted somebody to go with her who knew what to do, she could have brought another friend that's close to her with her, a female friend, because I'm pretty sure she got one. I hope, and instead of doing that, she just opted out. And of course, Nene took this opportunity to just go in. This is the person that always says she got every freaking disease in the book. She didn't have open heart surgery. She didn't have a thyroid condition. She didn't have cancer. She didn't have a stroke and all this shit. But she's so miserable. She's so negative and all this shit. Nene, you a negative person too, but I get where you coming from. One of them was like, wait a minute, she had cancer. And then they went back to that reunion. I remember that fucking reunion. They was like, yeah, that's the reason why she had wigs. She wear wigs and stuff. And Nene, bitch, when they did that reunion, she was like, I had this friend who told me that, you know what, Kim, it's 90% chance that you got cancer. And Andy was dead ass serious. Like, you got cancer? She was like, no, no, no. And they lying when they start stuttering and stuff. I've noticed that with just about everybody in this group, especially Kim and especially Sheree, you know. So that was a little cute thing, whatever. So this is when Cynthia had to get off of that, try to change the subject and say what she want to do on the 50s bucket list or whatever, telling them what they gonna do. I think kiss a stranger or here go Candy. I ain't kissing nobody but Ty. To be quite honest, I can be upset with that and be like, girl, just live a fucking little. But you are in another country, and girl, please, I wouldn't kiss a random bitch off the street here, so damn sure wouldn't kiss a random bitch in another fucking continent. But okay, we'll give you that little stuff, muffin. What is it? Dance with a stranger, do all this stuff, and then whatever was, switch personalities. And everybody was like, I want to switch, with Candy, and they was trying to copy her. She was like, she the most dry talking ass bitch, you know. All that shit. Everybody was just having a good time, and in the midst of this, we realized that Eva was that bitch I did not know until they was like, well, see, I hope we not being too much for you, Eva, because all the stuff that's going on. She said, oh no, I'm just trying to see everybody's personality and see where the stuff come from and who gets along and who not. And she was like, she been in the modeling world so long, that's why she just keep this certain face on, the Zoolander face, so that she can just peep through it and see what's going on. They go to this hotel because their villa is not ready. And, Cynthia got the lunch and stuff fixed up and everything. And they started talking about Eva's daughter, Eva's husband, or I should say fiance now, boyfriend at the time. And, she was like, yeah, I have a baby girl from a previous relationship. I called that person a donor. I said, damn, that's how you do that shit. Kevin is at that. Kevin McCall is sitting at that goddamn house looking at this shit himself, wishing that he can have that bitch back. And I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't put up a fucking post already on Instagram or Snapchat talking shit about her, okay? Just because she didn't say his name and because she said that dude, her current fiance is like the daddy that the little girl know, okay? I mean, you should have stepped your cookies up, okay? You should have stepped your dick up and you would have been up in your man father. He is crazy. Kevin McCall is crazy as shit. And it's not even fucking funny no more. And I don't even find shit like that funny. The shit that he says, the stuff that he posts, it is scary crazy. Because it's like, please keep that girl guarded because ain't no telling how this man gonna sneak up on her and do something to her. That's what he gives me. He gives me that fear that he's gonna do something to that even and his daughter. Okay, and anybody else that's in his life. He's lunatic. And they just started talking about that, and then Shamia said, so is it okay because they said, Candy let it be known that Nene gonna be on a tour with them. She gonna get her little comedy out there to arenas and stuff all over the United States. I'm so glad Nene didn't come because, girl, ain't nobody got time for all that. And there's no shade to Nene. That's not what I came to the tour to look at. But at this point, I think Nene was like, I ain't gonna be sharing no room with you. You're gonna have to keep your hands to yourself, Candy. Candy started laughing at it, and Candy said, I don't understand how come everybody keep on acting like I'm the only one who admitted that I, dipped around and played around in the lady pond, which she's been admitted seasons ago. She's never made that a secret. And at this point, that's when they start questioning Eva. And this is where Shamia brings up this whole thing about, so do your boyfriend, is it okay that, with your boyfriend that you like girls or play around with girls? I said, Shamia, what are you trying to do? You trying to get a hookup with her? And then Shamia took it a further step and said, because I seen on some blog somewhere that you had a relationship with something you was messing around with Missy. I said, bitch. Not Melissa Misdemeanor Missy Elliott. Not that one. Y'all love to say Missy Gay. I can't say whether or not, she the type of bitch that'll pop up. I mean, she filmed down now, okay? She's nails done, hair done, looking good as hell, though. Makeup done. That's my bitch, though. I wouldn't be surprised if to be quite honest, let me be fair. I don't think Missy is 100% gay. I think she bisexual. She go with wherever she want to. That's what I think. And I do think that she probably ran through a whole bunch of these chicks up in the music industry, especially in the early 90s. She just gave me that flavor. I'm just saying. Eva was looking like, bitch, what the fuck? So then, y'all catch when Marlo said that she was going to teach them some etiquette. Bitch, of all people, but okay. Eva let it be known that she is not a lesbian, that she did not fuck around with Missy Elliott, that she has had an experience with a girl. I guess the majority of these goddamn girls have. I mean, y'all psychodikes and all that shit, but alright. Ain't nothing wrong with exploring your sexuality. Just fucking have fun and be safe. I'm not the one to judge. But Cynthia, they was like, she was like, am I the only one that ain't did that with a girl? If I ever do something, Candy, I'm gonna call you up and you gonna do it and all this stuff. She was like, so what, you trying to serve me? She said, bitch, no. I'm here to get served. I'm not doing the serving. I said, Cynthia, you a pillow princess. That's what it is, okay? Look up what a pillow princess. That's the bitch that just lay there and let you and take it. Want you to do all the work. Don't want to do shit else, okay? But alright, if that's your first time, that's your first time. You gotta learn, gotta ease yourself up into doing other things, Take a tongue from a bitch and, take a couple of fingers or whatever, take a strap possibly, and then, maybe on the next time we'll ease you into doing it to them. Ooh, I just gave y'all away some stuff, okay? Moving on. So, they had to eat some delicacies and they get ready to go, but before they get ready to go, Candy said, you will know if I did anything with Cynthia when she started defending me as hard as she defends Will. And this gets back on the whole Will thing that happened at the party, and Eva apologizes for the way that it went down because she said she wasn't trying to be messy and all that shit. And she was talking to Eva. Eva was like, where did it come from? Did you really know that he had a girlfriend and all that stuff? Who do you believe? At this point in time, Cynthia is saying that she only believes Will, okay? And her thing is because they was like, everybody here is saying something. She was like, just because you tell me something don't mean that I have to accept it, listen to it, or whatever. And I said, that is true, but you have to not have your blinders on. You have to take them bitches off and just hear what he's saying. Now, she was talking to Eva. Yes, she was, but this was a conversation that involved technically everybody because all of them were there and all of them had something to say. And Portia was one of the ones who told her something also. Because like Portia said, don't tell me to be quiet when you the one wanted me to tell you what was going on when we was at the place, which is true. And at this moment, Portia put that out there. And she was like, the reason why I don't, try to take what you say, and it's hard to take what you say as facts or whatever, because we had this history where you have said things about my husband or my past relationship, about Peter in the past, and how he's supposedly been, fucking all over town and doing all this and doing all that. And it's hearsay because Portia said it was what was told to me. Once again, Portia, you got to stop that. We all do stuff like that. Well, so-and-so told me that, and we don't know if it's facts because we never got it from the real person. And for Portia, it's coming back to bite her, with the candy thing. And that's what she gonna bring up. Cynthia was like, well, shit, what's the difference of you saying that from, you telling somebody that you possibly raped Candy or Candy possibly raped you or some shit like that. And I was like, all right, I get what you're saying. But, Portia trying to say, don't bring that up and that's different and all this shit and give her a little explanation. Because she, in her mind, thought that, they was actually making strides to get better. But I guess that's not what it is right now. So she gonna be on timeout with Cynthia. Or she putting Cynthia on timeout. They go sightseeing. It was cute. I like the fact that so far, so good. Everybody's getting along. They had a little couple of tips. That's to be expected. But it didn't get outrageously fucked up. Not just yet. They go to Sangana, Familia. They go to this church that's still being rebuilt and all this stuff. They can't go inside it. Then they was like, well, shit, who got some bucket list stuff? Shamia, go ahead and do the dance. I'm thinking she finna start popping her puss. I really did. No fucking lie. You just never know with these girls, okay? She started doing a praise dance. I said, well, that do make sense seeing that y'all outside of church. Baby, that lady that was standing there like this. Fuck. That was me. Because then when they started asking money, she turned her head around like, bitch, no. It was funny. It was cute. I liked it. So they finally get to Villa Victoria, right? They get met with flamingo dancers and, they have a nice little welcoming. The owner comes out and they go inside and they're just like, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. If I wanted something like this, I would have just stayed where I was. We could have, when I go out, I want something extravagant. I want something this. Maybe it's because, I'm just a regular person that is appreciative to be even going on stuff and I can, just take it in for what it is. I just didn't like the fact that everybody was complaining about how the inside looked or, because I honestly didn't see nothing wrong with it. Yeah, it's not up to the whole extravaganza that, the hotel probably would have been or, compared to some of the other houses or whatever that you stayed at. But still, bitch, y'all getting y'all own rooms and stuff. It's not nasty looking, okay? You got a view. You're on a fucking residential street. That's why, for one, what did you expect? See, I cannot stand when people go to other countries and they complain about stuff. You go on a trip, you have to do your research on how shit's supposed to look, all right? And yeah, maybe the lady probably jazzed up the little Airbnb thing to make it look a little bit more appealing online than it was then. But that's the risk that you take when you go on stuff like that. But still, even if it didn't look like how it's supposed to on Airbnb.com or whatever the fuck it is, it still didn't look that bad for them to be all up in their feelings. Bitch, y'all on a free fucking trip. Enjoy that shit, okay? Complaining about the bathrooms. I mean, I get it because there's a whole bunch of women up in there. So that bathroom part I can understand. But everything else, fuck out of here. But they getting their feelings about who gonna take the bigger room and who gonna do this. Nene and Cynthia having a discussion about, the the younger girls should get on the bottom, and the middle aged girls, they should get in the middle. So they trying to see if they gonna switch the stuff. And Candy went and got one of the best rooms in the house, and everybody feel like, well, mostly everybody, Nene, feel like the host should have the best room. Which, to be quite honest, yes. And she was like, Candy did this once before, and I do remember that whole clip that they did. And I was like, yeah, she sure did. And they brought it to them, and she said, I'm not changing shit. I mean, at this point, just it ain't nothing to argue about. It ain't nothing to throw a big fit about. As long as you got a bed to fucking sleep in, excuse me, at this point, who cares? Maybe because I'm just a simple bitch and I didn't grow up in this lap of luxury and all of a sudden, want to fake like I'm just, it ain't that big of a deal to me. So, when Nene presented the whole idea and the whole situation about the older girls being on the middle and the younger girls being downstairs, Candy said no. Marlo like, damn, your ass don't want to, you stubborn, you spoiling all this shit. I would have been just like Candy, though, too. If she didn't take into consideration to, give you the bigger room where you didn't come, first serve, technically speaking, it would have been, a more gracious thing to do is just let the host have a bigger room. But you also got the first come, first serve. Y'all didn't say, well, this is assigned room, this is this is that. So whoever got the room, got the room. Let that shit go. And then, Nene getting your feelings because Candy called it out about how, you talking about age and all this shit. So, and then Nene talk about, so she didn't say nothing about age and she don't say nothing about age, but yet you just did, and it's the whole thing is about age. And then you go up into, Cynthia and Marlo go up into the room and you trying to make an issue that really wasn't that big and probably really wasn't nothing at all, trying to make an issue with Candy. I'm tired of her talking about my age and talking about this age shit. I might have to get on her ass and all this shit. Bitch, you the one that brought it up. Like, they short, they young, they fat, take their clothes off and this. I said, bitch, you fat too. But your size and by societal and, medical standards or whatever, you's a big bitch, okay? You ain't nobody skinny, all right? You can stand to lose a few pounds just like the fuck I can too, okay? All of y'all can stand to use, like, girl, don't, it was stupid. Then Marlo talking about something. She did tell Cynthia, if anybody else bring up something else about Will, just let it the fuck go. Handle it gracefully, like, don't give him so much. Don't get so defensive. But then Marlo said, I don't know if Candy like me. Like, she's always talking about this, talking about that, and all this stuff. And I was like, so you a type of bitch that can dish shit out, but you can't take it, even if they just joking or whatever? Wow, y'all some sensitive assholes trying to make some goddamn drama where there is none. It was like, just because she got a business, she's a mongrel. I said, bitch, a mogul. Okay? Even Nene surprisingly caught that. And, over in the other room, Shamia and Portia talking. She up there talking about something wrong with her eye. I said, well, bitch, take the eyelashes off and let your bitch breathe. Let them things breathe. Don't just keep the sunglasses on. Take the lashes off if something in it. But we're not going to go there. She's reading her script about Two Can Play That Game to Play. And, she was just talking to Shamia about how everything got a little bit weird down there and how she thought she was making progress with Cynthia in Texas for it to just fall apart a little bit. Then here comes Sheree now come up in there talking about the whole situation with the rooms and how if Kim would have came, she would have left and she would have went to a hotel. We don't give a fuck, okay? I just want you to know that. We don't give a fuck. And then they said, let's call Kim. So at this moment, she gets on the phone. They talking about, oh, girl, let me tell you what happened. Let's tell you who here. Let me spill that tea. Why is there such tea or whatever that Kenya didn't come? Bitch, you still wasn't going to come anyway because you couldn't come without your husband. And I do believe that shit. We all fucking know that shit because the nigga be everywhere. And then when they said that Nene said that you couldn't come because your husband or whatever, she was like, Nene don't know my life. She don't talk to me and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. And then Portia was about to say something. She was like, you know what? I'm not going to say it because it's real sensitive. It's, so I say it later. She was like, no, go ahead and say it. Well, I was just going to say, since you a cancer survivor, I didn't know that you was a cancer survivor since, cancer runs in my family and all this stuff. And so I just want to, congratulate you and all that shit. And she was like, who the fuck said I was a cancer? I said, girl, Kim. Hang the fucking phone up, Sheree. So, of course, Kim went and gets in her feelings. Nene don't know nothing. I never had no cancer and all this shit and woo, woo, woo. And she this and she got fucking roaches in her house and she always doing this. Bitch, you keep on bringing up this shit about her rented Rolls Royce and parking in handicaps and all this shit. Girl, shut the fuck up. Like, this is why people say that this bitch is underlying just racist as fuck, because some of the shit that she says, we only see her going at black women like this. And it's like, girl, first of all, you don't even look like you came up in a lap of luxury. You fucked your way into what you supposed to have, okay? That's what it is. Let's be honest. You can't tell me that you ain't grew up and $1 million house and all this shit. That's not where you came from. We already know that. So for you to be talking down on these women, especially Nene, whatever, sometimes Nene deserves it, but to you to be talking down on people as if you have always been in the spot that you've been in and we forgot your past, baby, come on now. And then for you to just want to say that she got roaches and all this shit, bitch, you know what the fuck a cockroach look like, and you know damn well that wasn't no fucking cockroach. So you can get off your shit with that. Okay, bitch, you probably have cockroaches rolling around your house or whatever the fuck. Anyway, moving on from that. So of course she gets upset. The girls go down there to have dinner. Everybody's cool. Marlo come out there being funny with the wigs on the table, one representing Kim and all that shit. And she told them to go out there and get the drinks, and Eve was like, she don't drink. She stopped smoking, so she stopped drinking and all that shit. So whatever. And we just gonna move fast forward to Nene bringing up the age shit with Candy. Candy like, girl, just calm down. It was a joke. Just, chill. Stop taking it so serious. Then Marlo want to bring up the fact that ever since I said that you was driving the car, you acting like you don't like me and all this shit. Everybody was like, well, bitch, she been dry forever and we been telling her that, and that's not it. And even Candy was like, calm down again. It's nothing to get upset over. It's nothing to have an issue with. Like, let it the fuck go. Bitch, later on in the dinner, all of a sudden everybody get this text message, okay? Candy started reading the text message herself. Then Marlo started reading it. And then Nene was reading it from Marlo's thing. And this is where the video come at. Now, remember when Kim was saying how they got the whole thing started and how people, she sent it to a few girls. She made it seem as if she randomly sent this video to a few of the girls on the cast or whatever, with no story behind it. This goes to show that, it wasn't a random thing, and this was something that she wanted to get out, okay? Because you sent it to every fucking body. And you knew that girl was going to say something. And you calling her sick and disgusting and all this shit because she got so-called roaches, bitch. It would have worked if she actually had roaches, and still, just, it's a new fucking home, so hell, shit probably happens. But I just don't like the way that don't bring Kim back on this shit at all, okay? Please don't. Ugh. You know you fucked up when you got Cynthia saying, bitch, that was fucking wrong, okay? So everybody's reading a text message and everybody is going off, and you can literally hear the majority of them like, where's the cockroach? That's a water bug that I see. Like, come on, Kim. Please don't bring this dumb bitch back. Like, you really tried it. And like Nene said, the shit was calculating as fuck. And like Cynthia said, why would you film somebody's house and then inside of their house something like this and then keep it in your phone between you and your daughter, and you saving it for what? Mad Day? So when you get pissed off at them, you can go ahead and put that shit out there? That's exactly what she did, and she thought that shit was gonna work, and she thought that people was gonna see how fucked up. We already know Nene fucked up. We don't need you to put out no video. We don't need you to say nothing. Nene will put her own self in some shit and trip over her own mouth, okay? She'll put it out there on the fucking film, and we'll be like, bitch, roll that tape back. That's what you said. You ain't need to do nothing like that. You saved that video because you thought it was gonna hurt that girl. Bitch, it just made your ass look stupid as fuck because everybody's coming to her defense. Yeah, it was kind of wrong what she said about you having possibly. They asked her. You was like, here goes Sheree, because we told her. I'm going to tell her whatever it is because I'm the bone carrier. The bone carrier don't never be off their job. For Sheree to believe that that's such a good thing and to be acting like it's a good thing, you a grown-ass woman. Grow the fuck up. That's why you over here talking to a goddamn man in fucking jail who's probably going to be in there for fucking ever, and you over here getting your life off for, starting drama, okay? You know these girls don't get along, and you knew where it was coming from, whatever. And let's not sit here and act like the stuff been on the blogs that Kim had a stroke or whatever, and a whole bunch of people was denying it and saying that she was lying because they couldn't come out. The story wasn't adding up. That's what it was. I remember when that shit happened. It was a whole bunch of people, not just Nene, but everybody was saying that the bitch didn't really have a stroke. So whatever, and I feel like she ain't need to go and carry that shit over there to her. You in Barcelona, so why the fuck are you starting some shit, Sheree? Okay? And, fuck her. Fuck her for that. Okay? And when Nene went in, like, bitch, like, then you gonna send a fucking thing talking about she's in a handicap spot in her rental Royce and all this shit. And then he clocked that shit too. You just said at my house that you did not see me. You didn't know if it was me. You didn't see me. But then you sent a picture showing that you did see me. And not only did you see me, you over here taking pictures of my shit. So what is it that you got against Nene? Why are you taking pictures of her? Why are you doing all this stuff like this? Like, it's pathetic at this point. I don't fuck with people. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I'm not gonna waste battery juice on my fucking phone to take pictures of you and space on my shit to save shit on your ass so I can just blast you, so I can look bad for blasting you because we got a history of being cool at one point. I don't like people who do that. Like, that's fucked up. And then I'm just sitting here like, girl, everybody looking at you like you foul as fuck, Kim. Okay. It was like, I got a brand new house, everything clean. To be quite honest, no, just because you have a brand new house don't mean nothing. I'm pretty sure just about every lady there has had a bug up in their house because y'all live up in the fucking South. I told y'all about all them fucking beetles that I seen when I was down in Georgia a few years ago. Like, it's understandable. It ain't no fucking roach. Y'all got bugs down there. So what? You know, it's just a fucking beetle. It's a water bug. And you making it a big deal like it's a cockroach. Like, girl, get the fuck out of here. Kim, you fucking tried it, bitch. And I was here for everything that Nene fucking said, okay? I can't stand that bitch. I don't like that bitch. And I'm so glad that they came up and Candy said, you know, when I got my house, she said that my shit was in the ghetto or some shit like that. And I said, bitch, you sure enough did. Undertone racism, if you ask fucking me, okay? Because once again, she's only talking about these black women. Granted, this the only black women that be on the show, but we don't ever see her getting into it with some white folks in the fucking media, whatever. It's always some people our color. I'm just fucking saying. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about this episode, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.